Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode, which I think is episode 19. I could be wrong, it might be 18. I think it's like 19 of my Let's Play Oxygen Not Included series. Now it's going quite well, but I am finding it slightly confusing because I haven't actually played this game for 2 weeks. So I'm a little bit confused about where we've got to. But I know that there are a couple of fairly pressing issues which I need to deal with as well. So I need to try and quickly figure out what they were. Obviously finishing the farm is one of them. I seem to remember we had a power issue. Yeah, we have got a power issue. Let's just have a quick look at the power issue. No, that's not working. Now it is. Now it's flashing yellow. Then something else will switch itself off. So we are no longer producing enough power with just this, but we have got more than 1,000 watts running across this every now and again, which is why this is now yellow, and that is an awful situation to be in, because basically what it means is you're hurting your wires. You're going to eventually cause them to sort of go and then everything will go wrong. So I'm going to fix that situation by, what am I going to do? I am going to put a battery there. I'm going to put some floor underneath it. I am going to wire up this power thing. Whoops. To there. And I'm going to put a wire into that battery. I am going to deconstruct this piece of wire here. And then I am going to put in a wire bridge like that, so that this power thing, this power thing will now power the rest of the base, and this one can focus on just these bits up here, which are air producing and therefore the most sort of critical thing in the game. Just let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's a bit rubbish. People will find it difficult to sleep in red. So we don't really want any of that shenanigans. I'm just going to let them get on and do that. Because this. In fact, I'm going to prioritise it. Priority cannon. Do that. Do all of those things. Do them right now. And then that needs to become a 6. And if you just heard that weird noise, it was my shoulder. Okay, here they come. Also, I need to change this person's name. I don't like this. I think I've mentioned before that person shouldn't be called that. So let's find out. There we go. You're a groundskeeper. You're a lady. Lady groundskeeper. I need a name. What the hell? I'm gonna call her Kirby. Kirby, that's for you. You know who you are. Oops. Didn't change. There you go. You now exist. I will keep you alive and safe, I promise. Right. That's almost finished. Let's just remember to actually finish it properly. And that involved a wire bridge and another bit of wire there. Right, so that is one problem solved. We will now have power from here for these things. That will sort out the oxygen situation. Just as soon as these guys finish building my wire bridge. Which they are doing. And this one last little dink here. Fine if you... Why are you running along like that? What's the matter with you? I used to work with a man called Duncan who used to run along like that whenever he needed the toilet. Poor thing. It would be useful, thinking about it, and probably save time if we had a little ladder there. Although I'm not sure that's actually very sensible. I've changed my mind. Immediately changed my mind. What we do, however, need is a little bit of ladder there so that they can climb up and finish this bit here. Because that seems to be a bit of a problem. Have you fixed that yet? Come turn the coal thing on. Let's turn it on at a 7. Plenty of coal. There's like 4 tons of coal down here. Actually, that's not that much coal. Why? Okay, that makes sense. What else is in here? 9 tons of copper. That's probably not very helpful. Really want all my coal in here. But anyway, if you want people to pick things up and tidy them away, you have to not give them any jobs for a bit, or you have to give them the sweep job. And I'm not really going to do either of those things for the time being. Oh, that's gradually filling back up. Am I starving everywhere? I already know the... Oh, no, I'm not! And there we go. Right, we have power. This battery is now charging. These are now all working. We are not going to die. Everything will be fine. Let's just have a quick look at that. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that lovely, lovely blue oxygen coming out there. What's going to happen is this will very soon reach high pressure, max pressure, whatever you want to call it. When it does that, I'll try and build a little airlock by filling this up with a little bit of water to make a little proper water airlock here. Once this is full up of air, you won't need to put any more air in it. So this pipe will get full of air, and then all the rest of it will go down here, and it will be lovely. My phone's going off. Oh, okay. Right. So that's nearly finished. They're now all picking up this copper because I just told this one I don't want copper in it because I want them to put coal in it. I have got a slightly alarming lack of coal. So I think what I'm going to have to do, you my young man, are in the wrong place. I need to try and get hold of all of my, all of these little hatches because they make coal. And I need to get them in the right place. And the right place, realistically, would be down near the power stations. And then you just keep throwing clay on the floor because nobody really uses clay for anything useful. And they will eat the clay and turn it into coal, which is ideal. It's literally like money for nothing. Really ill. Minky, mate. What's the matter with you? Oh look, I'm so happy. That was Blaze. Oh. Now it looks like I'm doing something stupid. What stupid thing am I doing? Because I should not have all of this pink gas. This hydrogen should be in here. Oh, it's because they're all running through the... Ah, you plonker. Also, there's some wee down there. What we're going to do is... I'm going to turn this door off. Door, lock. And they can go up and then come down. Because running through is awkward. We don't want them to run through here. In fact, we don't really want them to come into this room at all. So as soon as somebody's mopped up that wee... Oh dear, you're really ill, aren't you? That's alright though. Look, we nearly finished this. Once we finish that, you can start eating mealworm and then you won't be ill. Well, that's the end of another day. It's another cycle done. Somebody is on... Okay. Is that going up or down? I need to look at Minky's stress levels. It's going down. Wow, you get a minus 10% per cycle for having wet feet. Wet feet. So my water airlock might be a terrible idea. Interesting. Where is everyone getting wet feet from anyway? It's because they keep running through this wee. Right. Oh, now we've got a food shortage. So bad. Oh no, it's actually not too bad. Right, so let's just throw out another 8 mash bars, see how we go. We have got enough food for approximately 6 out of our 7 people to eat, so that's all fine. So yeah, I'm just waiting for them to finish this, then I can plant some stuff in it. We've got some very breathable air in here. I reckon if I go, let's have a quick look here. Oh, wrong button. It's like the only really fully breathable air in the entire base. That's slightly annoying. Somebody come and wipe up this wee. Anyway, at least no one's going to run through it anymore, so we can avoid that 10% soggy feet debuff. I also saw a... I did see a... We've got a problem of not having enough air. Which is true, we do have a problem with not enough air. But now this is all working properly, we're no longer getting the you aren't producing enough air. So let's have a quick look at the report. What was yesterday's report? So, oxygen generation. We did actually lose oxygen yesterday. What are we doing today? Today we are gaining oxygen so far. That's a net gain of 30 kilograms of oxygen. That's cool. So I need to think about where to go, because we've got to go and find some geysers at some point, otherwise we're going to run out of water. And if we don't find geysers, then we're going to have to just start making large machines which convert polluted water into normal water. Is this polluted water full of germs? That's the question. No. This, yes. This, no. So if we can get the pollution out of this water, we can use that to make food and it won't kill us. Which would be ideal, really. I mean, no one wants to die of food poisoning. So yeah, somebody has finally mopped up that wee, so that's great. I was going to try and move hatches to places. Now I'm going to need some water up here as well. Let's just quickly take a look at that. Well, I'll leave it running slowly while I quickly take a look at that. We need some dirty water up here. So we're going to need some pipes. And I have made a mess of this. Yeah, this will work. I just suddenly realised I'm sitting there thinking, and you obviously can't hear my thoughts. So, can you hear my thoughts? Would you tell me if you could hear my thoughts? That's the wrong way around. Was that the wrong way around? Am I just going to question myself forever now about what I'm doing? Is that where I've got to in my life? That was another question. What's wrong with me? Into the white, out of the green. No, that's the wrong way around. Gee whiz. Right. Into the white, out of the green. This is dirty water going up here. In actual fact, just we can do. Hang on. So this is good. Water goes into the toilet. It comes out here. It goes down here. It comes joins on there. But what I'm suggesting is that we don't want that to happen. What I'm suggesting is we want the dirty water come out of these toilets, go up this pipe, and then come out of this pipe before heading on down to this in pipe here. So, so we don't need this pipe anymore. That pipe's going to be in the way. What we actually need is a pipe coming out of here, whoops, coming down here, into the white, out of the green. That makes sense. Just going to take out all of this pipe as well, because we're not going to need that anymore. Yeah, because we will come down here, over here. So this is just going to be all of the wastewater that doesn't get used. And we do still need that one actually. We'll have that there like that. There's a little trick actually, which I don't think I've shown anyone before, but I will just quickly show it now. If you want to make sure that water isn't going to go the wrong way, which can be a real problem, then what you need to do is that. So that way, what we're saying is water that comes out of, I'm pointing at my screen, you can't see my finger, water that comes out of this pipe here will go into this white thing and come out of this green thing, which will prevent it from going the wrong way. Maybe it should be like that in actual fact. Yeah, that's the trick. The trick is this. Oh dear. Don't build those, they're awful. And so this should, in theory, into the white, out of the green, into the white, out of the green. What we need to do is deconstruct those ones, don't need those anymore. And then we should have proper hydroponics system working. Found a copy button, everyone. There's a copy button. Quality of life. Just need people to come and actually finish doing these things. And I also need to make sure that they do finish the pipe work. It's a random bit of pipe work. Oh, it's just... right, okay. This stress is coming down, that's good. Doing well. Could do with this pipe work being finished. That would be perfect. Let's just see, have I made a complete mess of it? It's kind of difficult to tell. Just realised why they aren't working. There we go. Really? I kind of think... oh, you're talking about tomorrow. It's one thing that, I mean, I do... it prevents you from mucking everything up and making everyone die. But it is slightly confusing when you get this, oh, low food warning. It's like, oh, it's talking about tomorrow. It's not talking about now. It's saying to you, do this. That's all it's saying. It's saying do that. Right, so that system will now work. They do need to come and get it finished. Let's prioritise that for tomorrow. Finish doing this work. You lazy slobs. That'll be groovy. Now, do we currently have somebody working in the job as farmer? Farmer. Groundskeeper? That's tidying. Kirby's a groundskeeper. Oh. Remy, sous chef. And Gabe is an art student. Fine, well they've both finished, but there's no tier 3, so we can't really move on. As I've said earlier, we can't move on to tier 4. Doesn't work. People get very stressed very fast. I was looking for a farmer. Farmhand. We don't have a farmhand. Okay. So it is suggesting that in terms of enjoying it, either Wednesday or Gabe. However, in terms of being good at it, we're looking at Kirby. He's currently working as a groundskeeper for some reason. I'm not really sure why that is. What job did I give Blaze? Gofer. That's right. And he can be a courier when he gets better. Right, okay, Kirby. I'm going to leave you as a groundskeeper. We'll turn you into a farmer at the second that second she does 100% on the first thing and gains whatever bonus buffs that you get for gaining the 100%. We will then switch her to being a farmer instead. Okay. Cycle 69, dudes. I've got a cup of tea here, which I've let get partially cold, but I have lactose-free milk in it, which means that I'll be able to drink it, even though it's slightly cold, without them burping exceptionally loudly. So it's a good time to be alive. No, actually we need that one. Come on guys, get these jobs done. I think, yeah, this will be the end of this episode, the end of this cycle. So that's fine. We're down to 57% stress for the person who was doing a tier 4 job, so that's cool, don't have to worry about that. Do probably need to go away and do a bit of research, figure out how to get the morale even higher than it currently is, because otherwise we are effectively going to end up a bit stuck. No one likes that. Now, think there's some barely breathable carbon dioxide there. It's quite a lot of it, actually. Now, I've built this in such a way that once they dig out this final hole, the carbon dioxide should all pool here because it's the lowest point in the building. So carbon dioxide being heavier than everything else, that's just the way the game mechanics work. That's why you have your tiles and then you have a little gap so that it can all fall into that gap. But what I think I might do is actually briefly deconstruct this tile so that all of the carbon dioxide immediately falls out the bottom and then rebuild it afterwards, and then that way I won't have a tile full of carbon dioxide. Well, it seems to be a good plan, but I've done lots of things in my life which seem to be a good plan. So, you know, this could be one of those terrible things which was a stupid idea. Who knows? We will figure it out in a bit. So, food, nearly got enough food. Power is great. Let's just check on the colour of the power wires. Red just means switched off. It could also mean broken, but in this instance it's switched off because there's a little switch here. So we've got, this is one circuit, which you can see if you hover over it, it kind of pulsates. So this is producing 600 and then using 120, 240, 120. Or as I like to call it, 480. And anything left over is going into this battery here. Which is actually at full capacity, so that's not slightly wasteful. Let's just I mean, it's fine. They won't put any extra coal in this generator until the battery has gone flat. But it does mean I am wasting a bit of battery power. Do also need to do something about the coal situation because I've got lots of these little critters, which is great, but they are spread about the base all in the wrong place, and that's not great. That's a pain in the backside. What you ideally want is you want to get all of them in one place near your generators, and you fill this up with something like clay, which is useless, and then every now and again you throw a load of clay on the floor by emptying it from clay, and then all of the hatches eat the clay and turn it into coal, which you then pick up and put in this. That's the plan. Not sure if it's a great plan. It seems to work in the past, but because I've been mucking around, I have not got that figured out for this particular run. This particular base has them all spread out all over the place. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a baby. Oh. I do want to... I'm going to turn this up to 8. I'm going to make everybody then basically forget what they're doing and pick up all the coal. Because I'm not sure... Oh, is there coal in it? Yeah. Oh, there is. We just need to make sure that we haven't got consumable ore in the wrong place. There's a raw egg on the floor. A raw egg. Where did that come from? How weird. So yeah, I'm just making sure that I don't have any of my consumable ore. There's none in there anyway. No. No, none in there either. Is that all my little containers? Yeah. So that's a little bit concerning because that means I've really only got I'm having a Panic! Okay, I'm running out of coal. And when I run out of coal, that's going to be an absolute nightmare. Because we won't have any power, which means we won't then have any oxygen, which means we're going to have to quickly reintroduce manual generators all over the place, which means we won't then have enough time to fix the problem of not having any coal. There's some coal. That's all coal, but it's... yeah, I don't really want to go and mess with the chlorine. So... interesting. I'm going to let it play on. I'm going to let it get to the end of the day. I'm going to call it a day at that point. I will be stopping this video because it's already gone on half an hour. Oh. That's working now, which is lovely. Coal. Some coal. So the question is, do I spend half an hour wrangling hatches to the right place? Or what? Or do I go and immediately start digging like a madman? There's a big chunk of coal over there, actually. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that, which is kind of a temporary solution. Yeah, that'll work. Also going to encourage some airflow through here by doing that. Yeah, we will go and dig out all of this coal, and then while they're doing that, I will start thinking about how best to wrangle my hatches to the right place, because at the moment they are not helping me, because they're a bit too spread out. I mean, I'm glad that they're still alive and they're having a good time, but they are a bit spread out. Somebody's mastered a job. Blaze, mate. Well, this will be a comment on Twitter later on, so you can know all about that. Do you need a promotion? Another one of those too high a tier might end up being upset. Anyway, that's the end of the day. I think we've done all right. I think we are heading into a bit of a coal-based crisis. So next episode will probably be how to find coal and how to deal with hatches if you do not have people trained up to be wranglers, which we don't at the moment. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing with wrangling animals and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to do a bit of research before next weekend. Hopefully that will make it all run a bit more smoothly. Assuming we don't completely run out and then die, which is a possibility. I mean, we look okay. Actually, I tell you what, let's turn that off for a second. Well, they're asleep, you can't do that. I am wasting now. I'm wasting coal. I need an additional battery, that's what I need. This is the second way on which I can solve this problem. By doing that. And then pausing the game before the next day really starts and doing that. Okay. That's it. Where are we? Cycle 71, beginning of cycle 71. You know the plan. You're going to have to wait until next week before you see me implement the plan, but it will happen. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you haven't been too disheartened by the fact that I'm clearly getting this horribly wrong in loads of different ways, because that's the point of this game. The point of this game is that you just keep sort of fighting against the system and finding your little solutions to the problems that it throws at you, and it's like trying to stay balanced on a knife edge. Good. It's a good time. I seriously recommend anybody play this game. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you feel that you possibly can do these things, please do. These things being pressing little buttons on your computer. One of them says like, one of them says subscribe. There's also one which is a little bell icon. You click on that one, and that way the next time something comes out by me, you get a little notification. It's handy. Also, as I've mentioned, I am on Twitter, and you can find me by looking, I think there's a little link on the top of the YouTube page. Click on that, follow me on Twitter, and that way you can find out all the stupid things I get up to all week long. See you later. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. Bye-bye.